jealous. I'm just here to make your ex-man jealous. Dance the night away.
Welcome back to another episode of What We Talking About on Wednesday. So it's the end of the month, and I was originally gonna do my end of the month wrap up. However, there has been some interesting news that's come out about a certain Mr. Smollet. Man, this camera's crazy, right? Acting crazy. So I wanted to talk about it because, well, I have many opinions. So yesterday, Jussie Smollet. What the? The universe is messing with me. Okay. Yesterday, Jussie Smollet was released because they had an emergency. He had an emergency court appearance on Tuesday, and all of his charges have been dropped. Now, as soon as this came out, you know me, I went to read about the facts, about the information, and what they were sharing. And here's my take on this whole situation. People who are celebrating him and saying, oh, I knew it all along. If you read carefully, note, they never once say that Jussie Smollett is innocent of his charges. They say they are dropping all charges. And their reason for dropping the charges is based on his history of no crimes before, his volunteer work within the community, and the fact that he's decided and agreed to forfeit his bond that he paid to be released before. At no point in time have I read so far that it says he is innocent of his charges. So my question is, they're talking about the reason that this is happening is because he was basically seen as publicly tried and convicted, because the public heard what they heard, ran with the evidence, and the people decided that he was guilty. And they feel like that wasn't fair. He didn't have an opportunity to be tried properly. The grand jury tried him. It was not a jury of his peers, number one. Second, all of the evidence was pointing at the fact that there was nobody to accuse other than him. Nobody on the cameras that he was supposed to be watching. And then when they had the accused, those two young gentlemen, first it was that they did it, and then it was that they didn't. And then it was that they worked with him and they were corroborating the story. What you're basically telling me is because of your, to me, celebrity, and the fact that you were willing to hand back over that $100,000 to the police or to the government or to the lawyers, whoever, that you get to go free. And his arrogance when you watch him walking out of the courthouse and making his little statement about, I would never do this, and if I wouldn't be my mother's child if I did this. You were never said that you were, nobody ever said you were innocent. And now you're going to play like you're innocent? I am not for him. I am not with him. I do not support him. I think this is a load of bullshit. I'm sorry. This case has gone on so far and it's become a mockery. And to me, he made an embarrassment of himself. If he's innocent, then how come they can't prove it? You can't prove he's innocent, but you're going to tell me you're going to drop the charges because you have nothing else to go on, because you can't find anybody else? If he's innocent, why don't you look for the accused? And when the statements were made by his lawyers, he's a victim. Victim of what? Victim of public judgment? Well, when you come up with an incredulous case like yours and tell everybody you were attacked, and me personally, when you sort of flaunt your situation and use it for your own gain and then turn around and are exonerated, but you're not proven innocent, you're not in a position to act as arrogant as you are. To me, it just makes everybody believe once more, if you're a celebrity and you've got money in your pocket and you line the pockets of the judges and you line the pockets of the police, you're fine. And interestingly enough, the district attorney still thinks he's guilty. The police chief still thinks he's guilty. But they have nothing else to go on. So they might as well say, you know what? The only person who got hurt in this case is you. So why not just let you run free, because you've done some community service before. And you're going to give us some money. So, I mean, it makes it that much better, right? Jussie Smollett. I'm choosing my words here. Jussie Smollett, to me, is trash. And until you can say to me he's innocent, and here's why, I do not co-sign him. I am not for him. I still think he's guilty. So with that being said, if you're a celebrity, go out and commit some crimes. We've seen it before. We've seen certain celebrities in the past do some shit way worse than him and get off because they don't understand, or they don't have the same level of responsibility as normal people, or they have money. I won't name any other celebrity names, but Jussie Smollett, to me, is canceled. You're canceled. You're a liar. You're a cheater. You're a deceiver. You're full of shit. Come at me when you have some proof of the person you said actually attacked you, and you can show me what they look like, and you can show me the camera footage, or this person's confessing. Because right now, all I know is that you're rich, you paid who you needed to pay, and now you can walk around like you're king shit again. That's all I'm saying about this. I'm not saying nothing else. Now I want to talk about Miss Wendy Williams. Whoo, child. Wendy Williams is taking a scheduled hiatus. Planned. She made sure she put in it's a planned hiatus because all of a sudden now her husband is acting like a damn fool in the streets again. So she planned this from before because she must have known. I think this is the reason why she came out with her whole living in a I forgot what you called it, alcohol-free house, and doing that whole thing because she knew her situation was about to blow up in her face. So her plan was to get ahead of it. That's what her publicist probably said. Get ahead of the rumors. Don't let them come out first, and then you address it first. So you address your alcoholism and your addiction problems. You address your husband and your situation there, and now you go back into hiding. Wendy Williams needs to come off of TV. She needs to stop because whatever is going on in her life, she needs to focus on taking care of herself, her child, and her marriage, and let the TV show go for a minute. Go back to radio where you weren't doing as much as you were before. Because as far as I'm concerned, there is no balance anymore. You've lost yourself. You've embarrassed yourself time and time again on TV with the headlines and the rumors. Your husband is making you out to look like a fool. So you need to get back to taking care of you and get off TV, because this whole coming off a hiatus and going on and coming off and go, it's making people talk about you. You are the hot topic now. There's no other hot topic but you. So rather than having your friends come and fill your show, take your show off the TV for a little minute. Focus on you, focus on your life, and then come back fresh, refreshed, divorced, healthy, and working on your addictions and working on your relationship with your son. Because right now, it's messy. And it's really just doing nothing for your brand. It's doing nothing for your name. This whole planned hiatus is a load of crap. And anybody with eyes, ears, and a nose can smell the shit coming a mile away. That's all I have to say this week. I'm glad you came for another episode of what we're talking about on Wednesday. I hope to see you next week, where the shit will continue to hit the fan. I will not talk about the Kardashians. Good night.